What a long day at work. I can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get some rest in my bed. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong is I could put my hand down on the mouse in a way which makes it smash onto the desk and make a horrific noise. Right then. It would appear I am not allowed on the pavement. I can only imagine what smelly messes I have left upon the pavement in my past years in this town that have caused the local council to gather and decide that I am not worthy of returning now. There's a real architectural disparity between this side of town and this side of town. You've got this, which frankly looks like it's out of a Disney movie. You've got this, which looks like some of it's out of the Edwardian era, and some of it's perfectly modern, and some of it's made for very small people. And then you've got this stuff, which looks much later, Georgian almost. Why is this van, which is up to about my eye level, shorter than this car? I know muscle cars are big, but this one's taking the big biscuit. Right, anyway, perhaps I should stop talking about absolute rubbish and say hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a little game called Walking Alone at Night in the middle of the street, where you're likely to get run over, which should be alright. I should just roll around, given that according to my shadow I seem to be the shape of a barrel, which is exciting. Here is another large muscle car. Right then, and here are some slightly shiny buildings. Oh no, I don't think they are shiny buildings. I think those are shiny drain pipes, actually. Can I call someone on the phone? No, of course not, because that would require putting my feet upon the pavement. And my feet are so filthy that I shall surely have my road sweeping tax increased if I did that. I'm not allowed to go back. I see, I am being slowly booted out of this town, am I? Shunned from this civilization of low-riding buses made of cheese. I am being kicked out. What a cross-looking bus. Right then. Past the town hall I go, where I had to attend many meetings where they told me how naughty I was being. There's not a lot of competition in the local automotive field, is there? And I'm glad that someone in the game found that funny, because goodness knows no one in the audience did. Given that we only seem to have about 3 different brands of vehicle in this place, and goodness knows this is a popular one. Right then, past the gingerbread house again, with the most patriotic picket fence. I don't know what it is about picket fence, personally. Where did it come from? Where was picket fence invented? And, well, it was invented in America, obviously. But why has it become such a thing? Right, like, why is the picket fence such an American thing? Why is it part of the American dream? What's special about a type of not very effective fence? What's up with that? Didn't I pass this street earlier? With the shiny drain pipes, the telephone booth, and the that? Yes, and the cheese bus. I recall the cheese bus now. I can't run, can I? No, I can't. Hello! Hello, grandmother, with your spectacles. I would like to come and give you a big hug goodbye, but unfortunately I've been banned from this town, so, I have been ostracized, and now I am exercising myself, so, I shall have to bid my mother adieu. I can't go this way, can I? It won't let me. No. But they didn't laugh at me that time. Alright, I see. It wasn't quite comedic enough. That seems a fair enough description. And again, that keeps dying out as we go along. I was wondering whether perhaps it was taking me through that bit of town again, because I'd made a wrong turn somewhere. And it was making me go back and do it again, without me realising, a sort of a strange way of restarting the game. Won't let me go here either. No. No, it won't. I'm questionable why the road markings, these yellow stripes, are only in the straight bits of road. Did the man you hired to paint these not know how to go around corners? That's the problem. Oh no! Did I miss a turn? I have to turn back. Alright, I'll try, but I doubt it will work. Why didn't you tell me that the first time I went past this turning, as opposed to the third or fourth time, it seems like, after this much walking? You'd really think I'd have a car, or a bicycle, or a moped. Oh, hello, Grandma. Mwah. I know, it's awful, isn't it, Grandma? But still, I shall find a home somewhere in the well, I was going to say in the street. Not in the street, really, because I've been booted out of the street. But, you know, I'll find a different street to live on. Right then, that was walking home alone. Not about a classic VHS tape that springs legs and runs out of your kitchen cupboard. Not at all. 'Twas a little game, and I rather liked it, and I hope you did as well. Good afternoon. Right then, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game called Going Home. I see you. You beady-eyed little person, I spy you in the distance, peeking like some sort of perv. Right then, yes, so good evening and welcome to a little game called Going Home, where you have just got off a little bus ride and you're trying to trot your way back home to the safety of your bed and the wondrousness of the ham and cheese toastie that is waiting you. Indeed, there's the monster. Probably shouldn't look at that. Anyway, because of the deliciousness of the ham and cheese toastie with which you're trying to get home to, oh dear, it would appear I have died because I was too busy dawdling and not busy enough scampering. Because of the deliciousness of this ham and cheese toastie, and definitely not because there's a murderous monster right behind you, you need to go down this alleyway in order to try and get home before this certain someone over here can murder you a little bit. So, I'm a little curious how I'm supposed to get all the way to the end of this alleyway without dying, because despite walking very, very as quick as I can, pressing shift isn't doing anything, so I presume that I can't run. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to actually get all the way down this alleyway without getting murderized. Perhaps if I look at him, he won't move. I spied an eyeball there for half a second. Okay, so you can't look at it. That's... Alright, so if you don't look at him, he murders you. If you do look at him, he murders you. Right. I predict one single solitary outcome to come from this. Perhaps I need to keep sort of looking behind him, just sort of looking behind me, rather, to slow him down, perhaps? But then I need to look back for the sake of sort of recovering from the trauma of seeing his ugly, bugly face. Hello, friend. Like this. I mean, I'm not convinced this is working. But I'm not sure what else I can do, really, because I'm convinced I don't have a sprint button. I can see little bits of movement coming from him, just occasionally, just out of the very, very corner of my eye, only for an instant. Wish I could see what it said on the wall there, but I can't. I'm slightly too busy trying to get rid of this old blockhead here. Idiot. This is a very strange way of dealing with a mugger. Oh! Huzzah! I made it home, but there's another monster in there, and they didn't give me any ham and cheese toasties, so now I'm very sad about life. I'm also confused about this sign, because that's clearly a picture of a car and not a bus. So one thing I'm curious about is what happens if you just stand here and wait for the fine fellow. Can I walk towards the fine fellow and give him a great big fine kiss? I don't don't know if I'm actually making any progress towards them or not. Yeah, I think I am, actually. Where are you, fine fellow? Come over here and give one a great big enormous smooch. This isn't exactly working. Well then, fiddlesticks, darn it, and confound everything. This is a bit of a tragedy, but never mind. You can't have everything, and when you've already got a fun and cute little game like this with a nice little bit of atmosphere, then honestly, what more do you want? What you want is to do a little role reversal and let Mr. Monster be the one who gets chased for once. So let's see what happens if, upon seeing him, I realise my enormous love for this irritating folk, and I decide to go over there and give him a big kiss. Hello, big kissy person. Mwah. Indeed. Right then. That was a little game about being chased home so that you can get your ham and cheese toasty, which is nice. Goodness, I've made myself all hungry now, but, never mind.